Okay, good grief, here we are. Welcome back. That was the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life, and I have no idea why. But please let me know if you can hear me, and I'm going to have to get you to help me do some audio testing, because obviously, given that I've just slapped all this together and had a ton of technical difficulties whilst doing it, that was definitely worth it, Luca. Appreciate you having you back, man. There's hopefully everything's working fine. I normally like to test these things before I go live. Obviously I haven't had a chance. I don't know how the audio levels are. I don't know nothing. That's what I don't know, is nothing. So let's go and do some stuff, and you're just going to have to tell me, is the fan too loud? Is my voice too loud or too quiet? What else have we got? Anything. But anyway, thank you for sticking around, Lee, Lucas, Stupid, Hamulin, Hippie Head, Bob, Lee. Audio is good. That is good. Luca, did I say Luca? Thank you for everyone for sticking around. Obviously, I had no idea when I went live and called it I came for the banter and stayed for the technical difficulties. There was no way of me knowing that was actually going to end up legitimately with a night full of technical difficulties. But there you go. Irony, next time I'll name it. You came for the banter and stayed for the flawless technical stream. And then we'll be fine. It's probably only going to be a short hour of power because it's already 20 past 10. So I've probably got about an hour in me, maybe. The good news is, I'll most likely be back tomorrow night, and most likely be back on Thursday night. Now, is the message retracted, Rex? Welcome. Welcome, G-Rex. Hopefully did you end up streaming, G-Rex? Did you have a little go? How did you go? Right, I'm going to go out and just start doing some laps. And that's when I'm sure you guys will let me know if audio is no good. If you can't hear me, it's probably a bit echoey. The microphone's just kind of stretched a mile from the computer desk to get over here. I normally try and attach it to something else, but actually I'll put a picture up later on one of my social platforms, maybe Facebook. Oh, that's right where my arm goes, that microphone. I need to move that so I'm not smashing it. Let me pick that up a little bit so that when I turn left, my arm doesn't hit it. There we go. That's probably better. I'm a bit quiet, am I? Game audio is a bit loud. Sure. Here we go. These are things I'm going to need to fix. You have the same issue with me as the PS4 stream. I think it's the PlayStation Network. I really do. I don't think it's my... Well, it's not. I've done a couple of speed tests. I'm now live streaming this in better quality, and it's working fine. So, let me entertain you. Let me turn the game audio down. Let me get some gain up on the microphone here. Now, hopefully, I'm just going to keep doing a lap. And when I get full noise, let me know. You're going to have to deal with a squeaky chair. That's not something I can fix tonight. But hopefully now with the game audio down a bit, my talking up, is this better? Have I improved things? Keen to know if anyone's going to give some input. I can keep turning the game sounds down. I can keep turning the microphone level up. Not really focusing on my lap times too much here. Just better. Everyone's saying better. That's good. Better or good? There's a difference between better and good. I'm getting lots of betters. I prefer a good, but a better will do for now. Sounds good driving shit. Damn straight, Piasco. Right, let me get rid of OBS now off my screen so I can read the chat properly, because you're half covered. And if the audio's right, now that everyone has visuals, I can actually focus on driving. It's probably a bit more echoey than it was before. Again, the microphone is not well positioned at all. All seems okay way over in Pommyland. Well, that's good. I've turned up all of the satellites on top of my house to try and make it all the way to the UK. In the hut I live in the middle of the desert, because that's what Australians do. I'm living in a Warden Brothers Australia, don't worry about that. I should map a face melter brake button. Get around that corner. Right, now I should try and do a few hottie times. Seems it's been so long since I used the Porsche. Such a good car. And on the bonus, I suppose, it did force my hand to do the live stream. I figured out a quick fix, so I do have game audio in my ear. Can't hear anything that's going on the PC, so I'll most likely get Facebook notification, dings, and bloody everything else I'll get going on. You guys will hear it because it'll come through on the desktop audio. I won't even know. So if someone like tries to ring me on Skype and it's just sitting there Skype ringing, let me know. But I can't help but feel like I jinxed myself when I named the first stream Technical Difficulties. I feel like that's the moment the PlayStation Network went, lol. If you want technical difficulties, my friend, then I'm your network. I've got you covered on the server front that will ruin your live stream and cause you to have 3 separate live streams in the one evening. The one thing that does suck is because I have such limited time this month. I need to concentrate on what I'm doing here. Because I have such limited time this month, that means I've only got the opportunity to do a few live streams a week. So it does kind of suck to have one a bit ruined by it, but that's way too late. What am I even doing? Let me retry and actually concentrate. To be honest, you don't really need to put that up. We expect it anyway. Exactly, Bob. Don't forget to enter the race. Yeah, I had about 7 minutes, didn't I? Let me do one quick lap, then I'll enter. Well, it won't be a quick lap, but I'm going to try and do one lap that isn't completely worthless. Just after 100 here, I think. Second for that one. Probably could actually go back to first. And I can get on the power earlier there too. Definitely go faster through there. Has anyone else lost sound? Good. Good. You frightened me, George. You frightened me. I'm sorry that you've lost audio. You can't hear me say that. So there's no point. But I'm glad everyone else answered with no. Well, it should be flat through there. Okay, yeah, now I'm remembering. Now I'm remembering all the tricks. See if I can pull off a 50-meter break here. That went okay. Do. That wasn't okay. That wasn't okay at all. What was that? That was rubbish. But anyway, I'll jump out and into the race once I've completed this lap. Not that I'm ready for the race, but who cares? Who cares? Longer sports mode races kind of make me wish they would bring back refueling to Formula 1. Bring back more tactics. I'd love to see refueling back into Formula 1. But that is such a stagnant and safety conscious and risk adverse sport now. I mean, look at these halos. In a sport that introduces halos, they will not be reintroducing refueling. Let me give you the tip. They are so risk adverse as a series that it's becoming uninteresting, as if it wasn't already uninteresting enough. Crasbot's here. All is well now. We've got the full team. Please don't take over. No, Nightbot's been good. Nightbot's been exemplary as an employee recently since we've renegotiated terms. Your video buffering right at the point of the hairpin freaked you out because you're on hotel Wi-Fi PSK, which sucks. Imagine how the other hotel guests feel right now. You're sitting there live streaming, leeching that part. Meanwhile, everyone else can't even load Facebook. Lol to them. But good on you. You should be rewarded for being the resourceful one. Okay, let's see if I can do some decent... You need to stream some Fortnite. Nah, I won't be doing that, Kraz. At this point, the only thing you'll see me streaming is racing games. Or at least car-related games. There'll be no other games that sort of don't classify as a car game. So even things like Grand Theft Auto, I know some people would say that's a car game to a degree, but nah, that's not what you'll see on this channel. Third time's a charm for the stream, I hope so. Yeah, Project Cars 2 will be coming, Kraz, 100%. How many Project Cars 2 streams did I do in there? One or two? Just one, I think. There is more coming, trust me. This has been a horrible lap. Reading chat still. They have cars in Fortnite. No ones you can drive here, Millen. I'm actually not, I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, I'm not that big a fan of Fortnite. It's a fun thing to do with it. I've got a couple of mates who play it a lot, like every night. And I will jump in with them just to have a chat, really. It's more about catching up with those blokes than actually playing Fortnite. I don't care too much for it. What was cool though was I was able to download it on my PC and still join their squad on PS4. So it means I can uninstall it off my PS4 now. Which frees up room for other games. Such as... Oh, you hate to see that. I'd look over for a quick stream read. And it's got me on the last corner, so you ruined 2 laps. I actually really need to pull my finger out here. I got 6.5 minutes to go. And I reckon I need a 56 or 55 somewhere there. And I've done a 59. It is a good car, this Porsche, Bob. You're dead right. Not a massive fan either. Like, it's fine. It's just, for me, Fortnite's just a brainless... Oh, you utter idiot. Wake up. I'm just going to restart because I'm actually running out of time here to muck ass around. Yeah, Fortnite's not really my sort of game. I don't mind having a bit of fun with the boys. It's fine. I jump in. I don't go that well. Whatever. I muck around, have a chat, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, now, this time, concentrate. You can do it, Charlie. Don't read the chat. Corner's not that hard when you actually brake properly for it. Oh, slowed down way too much for that one. What am I even doing? What have I got TCS on? 3, that's the problem. There's your problem. Hashtag, why does the game keep resetting my traction control back to 3? When every time I've ever used this car over the last 6 months or however long this game's been out, I've pretty much had it down on either 2 or 1. Much too slow through there. That's okay. 4 minutes. It's not going to be a good race. I've actually done this stream in reverse, I think. My first race wasn't too bad at Monza, even though I got penalties and went from 2nd to 4th. But I think this race is going to be... It's going to be a tough one for me. Feels so much better with TCS down though. So much better. Well, apparently only 3/10 quicker, but whatever. Whatever. Quick is quicker. I think the back end of the Porsche feels really weird if you don't have TCS turned down. When you turn it up, the back end of the Porsche does really weird things with your TCS turned up. Sort of chocks a bit, if that's a technical term. Well, briefly hit a 2nd up, but I'm nowhere near the times I need to be at with what is hopefully one more flying lap. Get off the grass, you utter pillock. Nah, late turn in. Missed the apex, and then too much oversteer in the exit. Not looking good for the final flyer I get before the race start. And I should have been in second. Just in general, not a good lap. That's why practice is important for race pace, because having a good racecraft is about being consistent. Getting consistency comes from doing lots of practice laps. So even if your one lap outright time isn't that amazing, generally if you can do decent, quick race laps and consistently, you tend to go okay. I've actually managed to stay up for pretty much the whole lap, but not by much. I actually will find a few tenths here if it lets me cross the line. Please don't quit now. There we go. I found two and a half tenths to put me in the 158.6. Do you actually improve straight line speed by disabling TCS on the straights? I don't know that you do there, Anthony. I think if you can control your... If you've got better throttle control than TCS when it's turned on 1, then I think you can gain an advantage on the straights because your corner exit speed may be quicker. Every car has their own TCS. You set up individually. There isn't a great button. You can set it up for all cars. We're talking about real cars now, Citizen. I might have missed something. You'll be pitched against the DE, fellas. No, I'm actually mainly not. S's, A's... There's not actually that many DRBs. I think that's because I'm right up the upper echelons of the Bs. But I have qualified second last, so it's not going to go well for me at all. I told you I needed to be around about the 150... What did I say? About 155s, 156s, I said. I only found a second because I didn't do enough practice laps. But 55s would have put me up the very front. 56s, somewhere in there, would have put me at least in the top 8. But not enough practice means this isn't going to go very well, and I'd imagine it's only going to be a short race. What I needed there, though, was another 10-15 minutes of actual practice before I can get good times. I don't play, because I haven't been playing this game much at all over the last month or so. Longer, really. The last 6 weeks, the only times I've played this game is when I've streamed, and I haven't streamed it that much. And it's just too hard at this point to jump straight into a live stream, jump into a race, and actually be competitive. And that's what you're seeing here with the 15th position qualifier. I'm surprised I went so well at Monza. I'm wondering if the last stream I didn't actually do a Monza race, which should help. But I've had a reverse stream full of technical difficulties. So thank you to everyone who did stick around for that. I do appreciate it. Everyone that's left a like, especially those of you who's left a like on, I think, all 3 of my streams now, even though the middle stream was about 2 minutes long. There's not really a great deal I can do here in this race, to be honest. Just try and race consistent, clean, see if I can find pace within the race. And, you know, aim for a top 10, I suppose, is the only thing I can actually work towards. But not actually starting last, so that's something. Plenty of rough stuff going on here. I don't know if I really want to be involved, to be honest. I feel like it's only going to end in contact. Left racing space there because there's a guy on the inside. And he hasn't done the same for me. He's just kind of giving me the shove. No penalty for me though. I can clip his nose there. So that's up one spot. That's 14th. Let's see if I can make top 10. That's the goal. Oh, I've been clouted from behind. Again, no penalty for me, so that's good. I'd be very surprised if he didn't get one there. But that's 2 spots, that's up to 13th. Not a great run onto the straight, but there you go, lap 1 done. 2 more spots, that's the dream, or 3 more spots even. More contact from behind. Still, I'm not getting penalties, so it's not worrying me at this point. I've got to be honest with you, since the last patch, I did not take that corner well. Since the last patch, I actually haven't had any real major dramas at all with the penalty system. I know a lot of people have, but I personally have not. Sort of got a 3-second gap to TKY. All I can do is just try and improve each lap. Still too slow through those two. Just braking too much, I think. Brake too much on that last turn as well, I think, but never mind. Well, that's equaled my qualifying time. In fact, that's quicker than my qualifying time, and that's the first flying lap of the race, so that's good. That's good. All I want to see is improvement. That's not going to improve anything because that is a disgusting mess through there and lots of oversteer. And that's just disgusting. That's a horror show, and I've lost something like a second. I think a lot more understeer than I remember the Porsche having. I haven't used it for so long though. It's probably had BOP balancing changes from when I used to use it. The one thing that used to appeal to me about the Porsche was how sharp you could turn at the front end. Really was actually quite good. That guy's serving a penalty, so that's up one more spot. But yeah, it just feels a bit more understeering, which the Porsche really shouldn't. If you think about the Porsche in real life, not a lot of weight over the front end of it. But, you know, the point is we can't adjust the setups. We're stuck with whatever setups they've put on the car. So if the setup for the Porsche isn't particularly good with the BOP and the lock setups, then we're stuck with it, whether we want it, like it, or not. Right, last lap. There's another 158, so at least I've been equaling my quali times. So somehow I got up to 11th, not sure how. Someone was obviously out in the weeds. But one more spot and I achieved what I was looking to achieve. It's 3.5 seconds up the road though. And I missed the turning point for that corner. And all it did was upset the rear again. Very, very lively rear, and look at that, I've lost 0.7 of a second due to that. Well, 0.685, whatever. That was close enough. That felt much nicer through that turn that I just went through. And it even felt a little bit quicker through the final turn. So, not a great race, but there you go. Check your brake balance. I did need to, yeah. I need to push my brake balance back a little bit. But that's okay, I was never going to get too far. Anyway, I said I'd aim for a top 10 starting out of 15th, so achieved 11th, that's something. I'm even, to be honest, I'm considering just to finish the stream off doing that same race again. Picking a different car and seeing if I can't do just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. So, yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow night for another stream though, just whilst I have all of your attention. Hi Lewis. Hello again. Welcome to the third stream of the night. I think you're at least involved in stream number 1. It's been a difficult night. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. But I'll do it again tomorrow and hopefully it'll go a bit better. And we'll see what the daily races are. If they're not particularly good, I might even just run a online lobby. An open... Well, not open lobby. That's the wrong term. A subscriber lobby. Because I want it to be people in the stream, really, not randoms. I don't care if they're subscribed to me or not to join the... I've only got 6 minutes to the next race. That seems odd. Let's try it in my good old faithful Mercedes. Let's try the Mercedes. Hemulern. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys why Ryan's not here tonight, and he won't be here tomorrow night either. Well, unlikely. Maybe Thursday night he will be. But yeah, tomorrow night, depending on what the dailies are, if they're good, I might run them first and then run some open lobby. But then I will, if it's no good, if the dailies are just rubbish, I might actually just run a night of open lobby. So that might be a bit of fun, something different. I've never done a full open lobby stream before. So we'll have to see how that goes. Is it possible to make a lobby on the weekend? Benny, it will be next month, but if you didn't see a video I put up on my channel at the start of March, which you may well not have done, I just put one up explaining that March, or February was already a pretty busy month, but March is just insane. Every weekend I've got stuff on, and pretty much every Friday to Monday I'm out. I have very limited, I have basically no time for streaming or anything. I can kind of check the internet on my phone. So I can reply to comments occasionally and things like that, but ultimately too busy though. But April will see me return a bit to normality. This thing understeers a little bit more than the Porsche, but it has a much tidier rear end as well. Looks after the tail a bit better. But look at that, if you don't turn in early enough, it will not turn for you. That's just how that goes. Oh. Look at that, it does not turn like the Porsche does. You would love to not be working when you make a lobby. Yeah, look, April. Stick it out, man. I know March is hard. I get that. March is hard for me as well. I'm just pretty much streaming whenever I can find any time at all. And at the moment, it's just during the week while I'm at work. This is the only time I've pretty much had to do any sort of live streaming or content, make videos or what have you. I thought I did okay last week. I got 4 pieces of content out, which is good. It just was all together and not spread out, which is bad. But I'm going to try and do something tonight, tomorrow night and Thursday night. And then, of course, I'll be back out till Tuesday. And the following weekend is Easter. I should be able to find some time over Easter, but who knows. Damn oversteer. Got the shipping container sorted, yeah, Ryan. That's what he's been on, a little mission to get a shipping container. A cow and a bucket of Vegemite. That is going to confuse a lot of people who didn't watch the stream or the stream highlights video. That stream highlights video, I'll tell you something about that and why I don't do it very often. The stream itself went for, I think, 3 hours, just under. I think it was 2 hours and 52 minutes, something like that it was. The highlights video I made took me about 5 hours. I mean, granted, I wasn't working like my life was depending on it. I had a few breaks here and there, but essentially it took 5 hours to make a highlights video, which went for 10 minutes out of a 2-hour live stream. And it reminded me why I don't do so many highlights, live stream highlights. I'll do highlight videos for cool things that happen in streams. I don't even think I'm going to beat my 158. I actually think I'm slower in this. Than I was in the Porsche. So my pace just isn't on it here. And unfortunately with 1:26 to go, I still don't have enough time to practice and get it right, so I'm not going to go very well. As I say, I don't even know if I can equal my Porsche time. You'll notice I still haven't said what Ryan's actually doing. I will tell you. But I'll tell you probably at the end of the stream. Which is, to be fair, just after this race. So you don't have to wait that long. God damn that section there. Turn. I can't stay flat. And that is losing me a lot of time compared to the Porsche where I can just hold it dead flat through there. Doesn't handle that anywhere near as nicely either. That wasn't a good time, but look at the tenths I'm losing. I was 6 tenths up. I've lost 3 tenths through that corner alone. 4 tenths. I don't think that could have gone much worse for me, that hairpin corner. You know what? Before the time is too late. Time is too late. Ah, I wanted to switch to Porsche. Never mind. To be honest, I'm probably not even going to come 11th like I did last race. Never mind. Lots of TCS intervention coming on. There is a little bit there, yeah. If Ryan doesn't return when expected, it's a clear indication that the cow won the battle. Oh, and it would too. Trust me. Lol, I actually qualified higher. And that's my Porsche time that got me there, bear in mind, not the Mercedes time. I think probably it's also a little bit hard to concentrate after all my technical issues and the fact that it's 11 o'clock. And whether I have a cold coming on or not, I don't know. But I'm certainly all blocked up now, so that's cool. Moo Ryan enters the field, creeps up behind the cow, and then there's a hell of a noise. Meant to say enjoyed the setup video, but for the love of God, clean the air vents on your PS4. I know, man. I know, Hemulin. I get it. I get it. I've looked at them a few times and gone, yeah. And you sort of blow them out with your mouth. And it does a bit. But I will actually put the air compressor on in the garage at some stage over the next week or two and blow all that out, which will probably cause the PlayStation to run. The ridiculous thing about this room, I was talking in that setup video about how hot it gets. Right now, not even just outside the window, but outside this room in the hallway, I would not be able to function without a jumper and shorts on. It's freezing out there. Like this tonight, there's a cold front coming through and the arse has dropped out of the temperature. It is not a pleasant evening. It is cold. Yet in this room I'm in shorts and a t-shirt sweating and I've got the fan going. That's how hot it gets. I'm actually in winter. I'm wondering if I'm going to get through without the fan on. Wow, only 9 people. 10 people joined this race. Well, there you go. I should get top 10, shouldn't I? That was the Isle of Man stream highlights, Licky, yeah. Tiny room, it is a tiny room. Man, it is a really small room. You don't remember any cows, Luca, check out the highlights. Check out the highlights video, it's probably the best way to go. So people can have a bit of a laugh. I think, unfortunately, it was a really cool stream. It was a fun stream. We had a lot of laughs in it. But because it was Isle of Man, obviously a lot of people aren't going to be interested in that game. A lot of my subscribers have subscribed due to Gran Turismo. That's the main game on the channel, so I get it. Plus, a lot of car people just don't care much for bikes. I do get it. But I made a highlight stream in the hope that a few people that wouldn't normally click into it would maybe go, oh, look, he doesn't normally make highlight streams. He did on this occasion, so maybe there's something funny. Maybe there's a reason to watch it. But it didn't happen because the views, it's like the worst rating, like, viewed video on my channel for months. I'm talking way back when I had a couple of hundred subs. Even now, that GT... We're away. Even now, that highlights video's got 188 views. I don't reckon I've had a video with such low views after this amount of time since I had like 300 or 400 subscribers on my channel. I'm now nearing 1900, and it's like the worst performing video I've ever done. So hashtag not worth 5.5 hours to make the highlights video. 'She steered a little bit to the right to avoid contact with him, and it just caused a bit of oversteer, which means I unfortunately had to lift off the throttle. And I cannot hold that flat at all. That's where the Porsche reigns supreme, is up this section here. Alright, let's see how we go. Came to pretty much a complete stop, so as I didn't push wide and push him off the track, and it hurt my run out massively, but there you go, I tried it. It's only a 4-lap race. I don't have much to lose. Oops. That's not ideal. .205.4, that's a quick standing start. See if I can do anything about it at all. At least I'm sort of keeping in touch with them, which is better than I anticipated doing. Nope. Cocks it all up in the corner that I hate. That is one corner on this track I probably struggle with more than any others, although I'm struggling with this car in general at the moment. I'm not good with understeering cars, and I don't think, much like the Porsche, I don't think I've used this car since the BOP changes, and it just doesn't feel as good as the way I remember it. This used to be one of my favourite cars. I knew he did that. I should have tried to go around the outside, to be honest. Turn, you big pig, you fat, heavy piece of shit car. Got nothing. The thing just will not. Will not turn. Oh. I'm glad he was ghosting, because he's just pulled straight down in front of me. Not a great race, but I'm not going to give up. Important thing is to push to the end. Still 2 seconds off him, but you never know what'll happen. I've gained a few spots so far. I thought I was nearly going to get through that section without lifting, but I did have to lift, unfortunately. Okay, 1 lap to go. I've got a 2.5 second gap over 8th, but I'm making no inroads at all. Although that was a decent lap, 58.1. That matched the quickest lap I did in the Porsche. So that's good. That means I've found some progress with this car, but I'm actually still losing time to the car in front, and I've lost it to the car behind, so oh, it was messy, but I did technically hold it flat. Whether I gained any time by doing it, I don't know, but I did hold it flat. The connection's tip-top again because I'm live streaming through PC now, not the PlayStation. The problem was in the PlayStation network, which I think G-Rex, yeah, I don't know if G-Rex is still here. Oh, he is. Hashtag KegCow. Sounds like G-Rex can confirm he had the same problems with the PlayStation network. That was the worst possible way to take that corner. But it's not going to change the outcome. Oh, it is, because I got a 2-second penalty for it. Am I going to win by more than that? No, because I think it rounds it up. It'll round that up to a 3-second penalty, so I'll lose 7th, I reckon. No, I did keep, but it rounded up to 3 seconds. I don't really know how that works. See how it's rounded up? Maybe it doesn't actually round the penalty up. It just doesn't show the decimal places in the end screen there, because I've kept 7th, but whatever. Not a great race. Yeah, that was definitely a penalty. I just cocked the corner up. Came in way too... I came in slower than I thought, which is why I came in too shallow. Yeah, definitely the PlayStation Network. It was just horrendous. I kept getting notifications. It just didn't go well. That'll teach me to try and live stream off the PlayStation when I should have just done it. So I was thinking that logistically it's difficult on the PC because I can't listen to the TV and talk through the mic. I can. Where it gets difficult is when I'm trying to talk to Ryan or Willie over Skype, because at the moment I can't hear any sounds through the PC at all. That's why I sort of said earlier on, if I'm getting Facebook notifications or what have you, I apologise. They're going to come through the stream. I can't hear them. I don't even know they're happening. But you get them because of, yeah, the audio setup. And this is where I've got the drama. So what I need to do is get a headphone extension cable, plug it out of the back of the TV, plug some iPhone earbuds into that headphone extension cable, put the earbuds under my Sennheiser headset, have the PC audio come through the headset with Skype any music I'm running or anything like that will be coming through that, obviously. And it means I can hear any notifications coming through and make sure I'm clicking out of them. And then the game sounds will actually be coming out of the headphone jack on the TV into the earbuds, which are under the headphones. So it's a bit complicated, but there you go. That's I think how I'm going to have to do it from now on. Let's have a drink of water. Now, where's Ryan? Ryan, not that Ryan joins every stream, because he doesn't. But nonetheless, he's been joining a lot of them lately. But there's a reason why he's not here tonight, and he most likely won't be here tomorrow night. And that is, he snuck away, unbeknownst to everyone, and he got himself hitched. He, I mean, not that his girlfriend was unknown to everyone. He's been with her for a very, very long time. They weren't engaged or anything like that. He didn't even tell me he was doing it. No one knew. I believe he invited his parents and his now wife's parents to lunch. They turned up, and it was a wedding. So, there you go. I literally found out that Ryan got married because of a Facebook post. So, that's where Ryan is. And he sort of said on Sunday, he was like, I'm not going to be, if you're live streaming sort of Monday through Wednesday, I'm not going to be available. And I said, why not? And then he just kind of dodged the question, talked about other shit, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool, no worries, but, you know, as I say, he certainly doesn't have to join the stream. He's under no obligation, and he doesn't all the time. But the fact that he said it, I was like, well, okay, why? And he didn't say anything, but there you go. He snuck off, got himself married, the big sly old dog. So, if you're part of the stream when he comes back, which may be Thursday night this week, might not be till next sort of Tuesday now, but if you're there and Ryan joins, be sure to give him a big congratulations. I doubt very much he'll see this live stream, so he won't know, and if he does, he won't stick it out to the end. He's on his I guess it's his 2 or 3 day honeymoon, where they've just gone for a bit of a trip somewhere to stay in a nice area for a couple of nights. So I'll be very unlikely if he sticks through 3 broken up streams because of technical difficulties to find this bit at the end. So give him a sneaky little congratulations or something next time you join and he's on. He's a very sneaky little bugger. But there you go. He's done it. Shotgun wedding, yeah, pretty much. It wouldn't be, though. I doubt it would be. I just don't think that sort of thing would... I don't think he'd give a shit. If his missus was pregnant, he'd just be like, yeah, okay, no worries. She's pregnant now. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would care at all, and nor would she, I don't think, whether or not they were married to have kids. So I did have the thought, but no, I don't believe that's the case. Who knows? Who knows, maybe I'll have some more sneaky news for you next time. But, yeah. Anyway, that's where Ryan is in terms of... Yeah. Yeah, that's about it, really. I'm pretty much going to... Oh, I meant to... been trying to... jump into... Now, did I find a shortcut button to the option? Yeah, there you go. Options from here just brings up my menu if you hit the options button, so that's pretty cool. You can see my driver rating of B is starting to get closer, but I mean, I think I'm destined to be on B forever. I've been on it now for a very, very long time. Since early on in the game's progression, I went to a driver rating of B, sportsmanship rating of S, and have stayed there forever. So I'll kind of miss it. If I go to a driver rating of A, yeah, that'll be cool, but yeah. If you look at the stats on whatever that website is that you can go to and check out all your stats, you'll see my SR rating is pretty much at its maximum, but my driver rating has had a few little bounces here and there, but just kind of staying the same, not doing a great deal of anything. You were almost right when you said you had a hot date. Almost. I mean, not really, but still almost, yeah. Had a mate do something similar, completely unannounced wedding with just family invited, surprised everyone. Yeah, pretty well, even the family didn't know. I don't think they invited much family. I literally think it was the parents, and he just said, look, come for lunch. the parents turned up and bang, there it was, getting it done. Ryan and Willie on the same rating. Ryan certainly won't beat Bob. He doesn't do a hell of a lot of racing. He just kind of hangs around. He's just a stream lurker. So he does a bit. He's been doing a bit with controller lately, but the whole setup's been pissing him off because he's got it set up on the PC. And I don't know. I'll let him explain to you one day why it's such a big effort and such a big deal to get the PlayStation set up with the steering wheel. So he's been doing a little bit on controller lately, but no, he won't have the same. I think Willie's the same though. I think he's a driver rating of B, and he's definitely a sportsmanship rating of S. Yeah, Kudos Prime. That's what it's called, if that's how you pronounce it. Anyone remember the blue 02 TT DTM from Gran Turismo 4? Tried recreating that livery on GTSport. Nice, Luca. Nice. Get into it. Driving marathon. I didn't even know there was a driving marathon. What am I supposed to do? Get 300 kilometres. 276. I'll get it this week. For sure, I'll get it this week. Oh, that's right. He's that cool skin. I told Andrew I was going to have a look at that, and I did at the end of last stream. And now when you go preview, I quite like that you can actually rotate around the car. But just another livery that Andrew, Charlie Roscoe themed livery that Andrew made. So there you go on the front. Came for the banter, stayed for the technical difficulties. And what more appropriate stream? That is definitely going to be the thumbnail for this stream. 100%. I'm going to go and take a scape photo of that. And that's going to be the thumbnail because it was just a night of technical difficulties. I'll delete part 2. It only went for a couple of seconds, but I'll put part 1 and I'll leave part 1 and 3 on there to become videos. I thought I did add to collection, but that's okay. Colin, welcome. I don't know if you've been lurking and I just haven't seen you in chat, but welcome. Great to have you here. It's nice to see you again, Colin. Escapes. Oh, I've got to go and put that on. Remember how Gran Turismo works? This is the first time I've ever played Gran Turismo Sport, so yeah, you know how it goes. This is all new to me. I don't even, in all seriousness, it was the Porsche. It was on the Porsche. It's okay. I was like, I can't remember what car that was on, but it was on the Porsche. That's cool. A couple of friend requests there on PlayStation. I will check them out and add people after this. Getting ready for some open lobbies coming up either tomorrow night or Thursday night. We'll see how we go. If I change car, no, I want to change car, not livery. It says change car livery, obviously. As I said, this is the first time I've played Gran Turismo, so you can understand why I'm having difficulties here. There they are. No, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I added to... Was it not? Oh, there it is. Can't see. Done. And we'll go and grab Escape, and that'll be... Part 2 was your favourite, Luke. It was very short, and it was actually very bad. If you think about it, the racing was much better in Part 1. I at least came 4th at Monza, and was 2nd there for a little bit. But that was pretty average. You've just joined, Colin. You have. But appreciate you being here, even though it is the end. That's cool. Guys, what game is this? It is Gran Turismo Sport. Let's jump into a quick Escape. Grab the thumbnail for today's technical disastrous stream. Didn't I get new ones here somewhere? What were the new ones we got? Art Trucks, was that one of them? I feel like I've seen all these before. Monza. Let's grab one on Monza, my favourite track, not. Let's go. Do you reckon that'll be moving away from us? Or is that into the corner? Oh, on the dirty old bowl. Let's grab one on the bowl. I should be doing this with the controller. Because it's hard on the steering wheel. There we go, right up in the face. So that I can cut the thumbnail out of that. (16:9). We'll angle him down like that so I can zoom in a bit more. And that will be the thumbnail. Because it's appropriate. Oh, it's a little bit off center. Does trigger my OCD a bit, but that's cool because I'll chuck some logos in the left-hand side of it and such. Does trigger me a little bit that that's off center, and there's no driver, and it's on the bowl. It's not a good scape, that one. I have to say it. Doesn't matter. Yes, I want to save it, and I want to share it. Do I want to share it? Nah, we'll just open it to everyone. Search tags. See ya. Disaster stream. And the text can be yuck because it was a yuck stream. You're making a new display picture. Just a thumbnail, Dominic. Just a thumbnail for the two. I'll delete the second part of tonight's stream. But if you've just joined me, I started this live stream on the PlayStation. The PlayStation Network had just basically shit itself. Had a few goes at shitting itself, but it did eventually go properly. Did eventually collapse the full bowel. And I had to switch across to here, but it meant that there's a 3-part stream on the channel. It's a bit all over the shop, so that's going to be the thumbnail because at the front of it, it says, I came for the banter and I stayed for the technical difficulties. And that's exactly what a lot of you did tonight, so I do appreciate that. If you've enjoyed any part of the 3 streams I've put on tonight, that's how much content I'm pumping out on my channel. 3 streams in a night. But if you enjoyed any of them, do leave a like. If you're new to the channel, obviously check it out. Check it out. If you think I'm worthy of a subscribe, like to watch more of my content, then that's always appreciated. And I need to plug a USB and such in. I'll do that later. But I'm going to end the stream for now. Needs the driver. It does need the driver, Lewis. It's a disgusting scape. I hate it. It triggered my it's triggering my OCD because it's not centered. There's no driver in it, and it's too close to the camera. It doesn't look realistic at all. It's just it hasn't gone well. That's my bad. I'll own that, but you know what? It's going to do for a thumbnail. So, yeah, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the new subs, appreciate the follows on, I think I've got a couple on Twitter, maybe one on Facebook. All the links are there. You're all amazing. I can't wait to talk to you all, and hopefully I'll see you back tomorrow night about the same time. So, whatever time it is local for you right now, think 3 hours ago, and that's what time I should start tomorrow night. And possibly Thursday night as well. So, you're all awesome. Can't wait to do it all again next time. But for now, it's goodbye.